lawmakers, we the people, thank you for your support and concern, and wish you success to continue your work in 2014 in Harrisburg. People, don't forget these people. And now we are coming to our guest speaker. I'm sorry. Representative Betty Day. I'm sorry. Thank you. Didn't mean to ignore you.
It's a pleasure to be here with you today. I got an email from Tommy, and Tommy said we got to get here to begin this discussion on 76 and finally reach a conclusion. As my fellow colleagues have stated, the congratulations really goes out to you, sir, for continuing on trying to get people involved. You are the lobbyist for this particular bill. And as my colleagues have stated time and time again, without your continued efforts, this thing will get pushed aside because, honestly, in Harrisburg, every day, there's a bazillion different issues that come before you. And whatever the emergency is that day, that's what you deal with. Now, I think many of you know, through the efforts of your chairman, that I have not signed on to this bill.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I'm here, and I'd be happy to tell you. First of all, I also congratulate the efforts of my legislators, my colleagues, and Senator Yudichak for taking on this very difficult and very complex issue. So the idea of eliminating the property tax is a very good one. And believe me, every day someone comes up with a great idea. The hard part is trying to get that idea developed in such a way that it will work, and it will work not just for a short time, for decades to come. The property tax issue has probably reached its day. There needs to be some change to the system because it doesn't work in all parts of Pennsylvania, as my colleagues have said. Remember, this new proposal is based upon sales. So when sales are great, money is there. When sales decline, you don't have enough money to pay for the expenditures that you need. So one of the things that I was concerned about was not having a reserve fund. There needs to be a very large, 800 million, some people have estimated $2 billion reserve fund, so when the sales decline, you will have a deficit. You'll be able to draw from the reserve in order to maintain services. The other thing that I was working on was trying to make sure we protected the homeowner, and that the homeowner would be the one that would get the break, rather than Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot. Because if we eliminate property taxes, Walmart, which is one of the, if not the most wealthiest corporation in the entire world, will pay no property taxes. So we have to make up those taxes somewhere. If you remember when House Bill 76, actually it was 1776, first was introduced, that's when you first began your march. And you've continued forward. And I'm here to tell you, you're going to have to continue to stay strong and continue that march until we finally reach a proposal that we can get enough people to support and vote for. This process is no different. You are going through the same process that we as legislators go through before we bring a bill before us. We have hearings. There's constant discussion. And with each hearing and each discussion, we begin to learn what will work, and we will also learn what doesn't work. And whatever doesn't work, we have to find solutions to make it work. That's where we are now. House Bill 76 is a much better bill than House Bill 1776. And Senate Bill 76 may be a better bill than House Bill 76. So you're moving closer to that goal line. And as Senator Yudichak indicated to you, it's your efforts, it's your continued efforts, your efforts, that is going to continue to move this particular piece of legislation that is vital to your concerns over the goal line. So I hope you respect the fact that I have identified just 2 areas that have to be addressed in order for this particular bill to work. There's another thing that happened after we had the vote in the House. The Department of Revenue and the Independent Fiscal Office began to do a complete dissection of the bill. And they've also identified a series of other shortcomings. Now, it's our responsibility as legislators to find those shortcomings and to find solutions for them so that we can actually give you relief. I am suggesting a phase-in process. The phase-in would be to reduce your property taxes as you begin to institute some of these other taxes. And I'm saying that because it becomes so complicated. Philadelphia already charges 8%. So if you put another percent on them, that's 9. Pittsburgh is at 7. You put another percent, it's on 8. So what does that do to those legislators there? Well, those legislators are going to be against this increase. So our legislators, we're trying to fight for you, trying to relieve you of your tax burden, while they're trying to do the same thing for the people they represent. And since Pennsylvania is such a diversified state of large urban, rural, suburban, all different kinds of interests, all different kind of financial capabilities, that's where it becomes difficult in order to get enough votes to make it pass. So with the efforts of the Real Estate Association and those other associations that are supporting you, we have to find the solutions to the shortcomings of this proposal. That's where I believe we are. I'm more than happy to stay in that discussion and work with my colleagues in trying to find a solution. Most important, it will never happen without you. And by the way, this is the beauty of America, that we can come here and assemble, and all of us freely give our opinions and speak towards a final and a successful goal. So thank you very much for having me. I hope you appreciate the position that I'm in and appreciate the position that my colleagues are in. I can tell you that all of us really try very hard to try to do the very best for the folks that we represent. But sometimes, you know, the view that you get is about this much of what we have to deal with. And there's, as I said, Pennsylvania is a very diversified state, and as a result, we have so many conflicts. But thank you very much. Continue good luck, and I'm sure we'll get this across the finish line. Thank you.